Appreciate it, man.
Boom.
Boom.
They got you working on the weekdays. They got you working on the weekends too. And now you're swallowing your weight.
Well, this is a Hit the Floor magazine exclusive with none other than Matt Porter and Joe J. Ford of the Bronx. Nice to see you guys again once again.
Hey man,
Pleasure. How's things? All good?
Yeah, things are great, man. Had a banger of a show last night. Looking forward to doing it here again. And the tour's been awesome. Playing some new tunes, and we're stoked.
So, yeah, I heard it got a bit rowdy last night.
It did. It did get a bit rowdy last night. I'm sure it'll be even crazier tonight.
They got you riding in the spotlight and thinking everyone knows who you are. And now you're talking like a prophet, hustling money from a shooting star.
Just for the people that obviously don't know, I just need a little bit of background about the new album. Hit the Bronx Part 4. When was it recorded, and was it recorded in the same studio as last time?
We did it in, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
We have our own studio. When did we record it? I think
we started pre-production around this time last year.
Yeah.
So February, March, I think we recorded it.
Okay, was it down to like analog recording techniques, or was it more so like a digital style of production?
A little bit of both. I think a myriad or a mixture of the two. So what we ended up.
Yeah.
What do you prefer, like analog or digital?
You know, whatever. I mean, if it records, I like it. I think. You know, everything has its place.
Yeah, sure. Okay, what about like in terms of like inspirations and influences behind the new record? Is there anything like personally or individually or collectively that's...
You know, it was just really inspiring to be making the record, to be quite honest with you.
Yeah.
You know, we had waited a long time to do Bronx 4. It's been 5 years, you know, since the Bronx put out a record. In that time, you know, we've kind of, you know, we started a mariachi band and toured all over the world doing that, and you know, it felt so good to be getting back to Bronx in a creative way, and everyone was so jacked about the songs and writing the record. That was pretty much all the fuel we really needed.
Sure.
You know, it's usually when we make a record, we don't have too many outside influences. We have one or two kind of guidelines that we have, like for the record, as far as what we want to accomplish, and everything else is kind of whatever happens, happens.
For sure. Yeah. I personally have noticed in like this latest record that musically there's a lot of there's a lot of progression for every individual musician within the band. Like yourself, you started to flourish as a singer, as opposed to a vocalist, and you know that it really shows. And like as you say, guitar work as to everyone else's contribution into the band. It's a lot more just driven. You know the sound that you want, and it's just I don't know. It's just. How to put it in like the best possible way, it's just like it's a lot more directed, and you sound as better as you ever have done.
Thank you. Yeah, I mean that was the point, to be as direct as possible. You know, we wanted to kind of trim the fat out of all the songs, and not make songs with 1,000 parts just for the sake of doing it, and just kind of streamline everything. And you know, I think through the mariachi stuff, I think we've grown a lot as musicians, you know, and I think that definitely fed its way into Bronx 4.
Yeah, there is a definite noticeability for that. There's also like it's quite ironic because it's the rawest sounding Bronx record, but it's in terms of a mainstream like demographic, if you will. It's the most accessible Bronx record.
Yeah,
it's two polar opposites, but it's one of these.
Yeah, I think that's a good, you know, a good mix. You know, I mean, we're big fans of raw sounds. You know, the guy who produced the record, Bo Rachel, you know, did an amazing job between him and Joby. You know, they're so great at just getting, you know, sonic rawness. You know, and you know, as a band we've grown a lot. You know, so the songs are a little more evolved, and that's what you get. You know, it's a good mixture of both.
If you want advice, I'm paying the price.
Okay, then in terms of like, I know you did a brief tour in the UK, I believe it was November.
Yeah.
How was the, at that point the album hadn't even been released, how was the audience's reaction to like the new material on that particular tour?
It was great, yeah.
we got to play some places we've never.
Yeah, we did like Turnbridge Wells and a bunch of places we never played.
Yeah.
And it was a lot of fun. And you know, usually, you know, playing songs people haven't heard before. I mean, people are stoked because they want to hear new stuff, but sometimes it can be a little unfamiliar. And you know, everything went over great. And the shows were amazing.
Yeah, like
they were
a friend
awesome.
of mine runs a Tunbridge Wells forum, and he said it was crazy.
Yeah.
He just said it was absolutely.
Yeah,
Now,
it was a good time.
Did that used to be like a toilet or something? Is that what it was?
Is that the
England's,
toilet? Yeah,
England's
yeah.
biggest toilet.
Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah, that show was crazy because we were coming off. That was like the third show in 24 hours because we did a show that the night before at the Peel in Kingston, then a matinee at the Peel in Kingston, and then drove down to Turnbridge Wells and played that night. So by the time that show rolled around, we were all just on another planet, you know. And it was so much fun though, man. So much fun.
That's great. And like so far on this particular tour, people have had a chance to become more familiar with the material.
Yeah.
Found out we've been singing a lot more of the lyrics.
Yeah, it's crazy. People know, you know, a lot of the words already, man. That's such a cool thing, you know, as a band to have, you know, one, just people dig what you do, you know, people support your band, buy your records, come to shows. But when people are really into the songs, you know, they take time to learn the lyrics and, you know, whether it's air drumming or whatever, you know, just those little details are just rad, man. And yeah, people seem to be really into the record, and you know, we're stoked.
In terms of like future music videos for new album, do you have anything lined up or?
I think one's gonna either next week. I think it's gonna.
Yeah, we got a bombshell dropping in about a week. It's one of the greatest.
Or it's a bombshell at us.
Yeah, it's one of the greatest videos we've done, and if not the greatest video we've done, and we're really excited for people to see it. It's pretty.
I can't stop watching it.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I can't wait for this.
Yeah.
There's a little twinkle in your eye.
Oh yeah,
it's magical.
It's devious, absolutely.
Now we've got a bit of background about the new album, of course. It's great to hear that, you know, there's been a great reception for the new album, especially now, you know, people are really starting to get the feel of it.
Yeah.
Okay, just a couple of questions that I've been asked to pass on to you guys.
Of course.
Okay, right, we're on a desert island.
Yeah.
You can only take 5 records with you.
Yeah.
That will stand the test of time. What are those 5 records that you will take with you?
You know what's funny about this question is people always assume that there's a record player and electricity on the other end. But I would take, let's see, we'll go back and forth on this. I would take Rockets Russia by the Ramones would be one of mine. What do you?
Self-instructional CD on how to build a raft.
Yeah. That's a good one. That's a good one. I would do, let's see, maybe I'll put a Stones record in there too. Maybe Sticky Fingers.
Good choice.
Yeah.
Probably Suicidal Tendencies, Lights, Camera, Revolution.
Yeah.
Oh, well, yeah.
That's a great one. That's a great one. So last one. Love at First Sting by the Scorpions.
Wow.
Yeah. One of my favorite records. The Scorpions are one of my favorite bands.
Great band.
Yeah.
Great band. And the last one?
Probably Scream Jack to the Scream by Rocket from the Crypt.
Speaking of Rocket from the Crypt, they've just reformed, didn't they? They're doing a couple of European shows this summer.
Yeah.
And I know for a fact you're a massive Rocket from the Crypt fan.
Yeah, we all are. I mean, the first tour we did was with Rocket, and I mean, outside of just knowing those guys musically, I mean, they're just an amazing band, and you know,
all part of the Swamp Collective.
Yeah, and we're stoked that they're back playing shows. They're actually playing the show in Long Beach in California and we're looking forward to that too. So hopefully we'll be around to catch some of the shows. So we won't be on tour.
Excellent. And yeah, just like the last question, this one actually really did catch my attention. You're in the capital of London, and now the most difficult language in the entire world to actually comprehend and understand is Cockney rhyming slang.
Yes.
Now, in Los Angeles, do you have any particular kind of slang, like street slang, that can be in a certain way attributed to?
There's street slang, but there's nothing like Cockney.
I think. Well, what about like the burnout surfer?
Yeah, I mean, surfer talk can be pretty. Yeah, our sound guy Mark has got some fucking choice words that it takes a while for us to decipher. He like calls people donuts and stuff like that. But there's nothing like the the Cockney rhyming. I mean, we get like gangster slang and stuff like that. But it's pretty easy to figure out. But. Yeah. Fuck, I can't figure out that slang shit for the life of me.
Like, do you personally know any particular Cockney slang?
No, wasn't it Stu saying some of that shit at some point? Stu from the Gallows was breaking us off with some of it at one point, but I couldn't follow it, not at all. No,
I mean, it's literally a labyrinth of confusion.
Yeah.
Like you could say like, oh, you're having a laugh, you'll be having giraffe.
See.
Or like, you're gonna go up the stairs, you're gonna go up the apples and pears.
You know
That's crazy.
Who's really hard to talk to for me is that band Trash Talk. They have like their own language.
Yeah.
We were in the studio and they said that Joey, can we push you up to the corner for some juice? It's like, I don't even know what you're saying.
Yeah, just like the brief history lesson, it's just like, late 1800s, early 1900s, they've come up with this weird slang that literally makes no sense in relation to the actual conversation. Absolutely none. Like, for example, if you're dead, you're brown bread.
But when you explain it, you don't say if you're dead, you're brown bread, you just say you're brown bread.
Yeah, you say...
And you're just supposed to understand.
Yeah.
It's fucking
or
amazing.
like if you're deaf, you're Mutt and Jeff.
No, I mean, maybe one of these days when I get a lot of time on my hands, I'll dive
New
into
lyrical inspiration, Chas and Dave and all.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, like, I just got one more thing to give. It's a little London-style present.
All right.
A little book for you to read for the tour. It's the Sherlock Holmes School of Self-Defense.
Oh.
The art of Batitsu is expertly used against Professor Moriarty.
Oh, no way, look at that.
Shows you how to, fighting techniques. If there's any
That's fucking great.
troublemakers,
Cool.
use like a
That's a
swag
great
stick.
book, man. Thank you very much.
So if next time you're on stage, things get a bit unruly, just get the swagger stick out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, this is sweet.
And it's literally, that was supposed to be published in the early 1900s when all the Sherlock Holmes novels were out.
Yeah.
But they just republished it because it's almost comical to look at, but it's still extremely informative. But
Oh, that's great, man. Thank you.
a little bit tour reading for you.
Yeah.
How to overcome an assailant who seizes you by the waist belt or attempts to grasp the pocket of your coat. Method 1. There's multiple methods for
Yeah. Oh, we're gonna use that on each other. We're knocking each other out in a couple days.
Let me know the results. I can't wait to hear
Absolutely.
about it.
Absolutely.
But no, thank you very much for the interview, Joby.
Thank you,
very
man.
much.
A steel and with blood on your hands. Sometimes
Thank you.
Oh, Hit the Floor magazine, you're the best. Matt and Joby need some rest. We're exhausted, but we gotta keep playing shows. We only got one day off in about the next 20 days.
Yeah. Thank you. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. Thank you.
Thank you very much.